So in this lecture we will try to introduce the size of the earth. The beginning of this unit we discussed about the shape of the earth, and we have found that there are large number of evidences on day-to-day life experiences that earth is approximately circular in shape. Now to discuss about the size of the earth, actually we are not speaking about the mass, the amount of matter contained in the earth, but we are talking about the size of the earth. Size means it is a spherical object, so the size of a spherical object is usually expressed in terms of its radius. As you all know that nowadays we are familiar that the size of earth or the radius of earth is given by 4600 kilometers, or the diameter is 12,800 kilometers. So it is a large body when compared to the objects which we are seeing day-to-day life, but it is very small when compared to the objects in the astronomical regime. So now let's see how we can calculate the radius of earth. Consider this diagram. Here the earth is assumed to be exactly spherical, and C is the center of the earth. Let O and O prime be 2 points on the surface of the earth which lie on the same meridian. So this circle actually represents a meridian on the surface of the earth. So O and O prime are 2 points on the surface of earth which lies on the same meridian. Now the point O is at a latitude of phi, and the point O prime is at a latitude of phi prime. Then the angle between this O prime will be the difference in the two latitudes, phi prime and phi. So from the basic trigonometry, if you consider O prime as S, some arc length, then angle is equal to arc length by radius. So from this expression the radius can be written as radius is equal to arc length divided by the angle, so which is equal to arc length is O prime, which is denoted by S divided by the angle here 5 is you know that it is expressed in degrees, or it is the latitude is expressed in degrees, minutes and seconds, so we have to convert it into radian. So it is actually 5 prime minus phi is the angle, which should be in radian if it is converted into distance. So to obtain the radian, if theta is the angle, then you know that 360 degree is equal to 2 pi radians. So 1 degree will be 2 pi by 360, or pi by 180 is the 1 degree. So theta degree will be pi by 180 into theta radians. So to convert this phi prime minus phi into the radian, we have to multiply it by pi by 180, so it will be S by phi prime minus phi into pi by 180. So this 180 will goes upside, so it will be 180 into S divided by pi into phi prime minus phi. So the radius of earth can be determined by using this expression. Here S represents the difference in latitude of any two places which lie on the same meridian, and 5 and 5 prime are the latitudes of that points respectively. So this r is equal to 180 into s divided by 5 minus 5 prime divide into 180 into s divided by 5 minus 5 prime into pi will give you the radius of earth. So just by measuring the difference in latitude of any two places on the surface of the earth which lie on the same meridian and measuring the distance between these 2 points, we can calculate the radius of earth, and it is found to be equal to 6,400 kilometers, or the diameter is 12,800 kilometers. Now if you consider another thing regarding these distances measured on the surface of earth, that is, one is the nautical mile. So it is usually referred by the sea ship or passengers or the captains of the ship. They are expressing their distances in nautical mile. So this nautical mile is defined as the length of the great circle arc between 2 points on the surface of the earth subtending an angle of 1 minute at the center of earth. So if you consider this to be earth and this is the center of earth, suppose if you consider a point is here on the surface of earth and another point here on the surface of the earth, then for more precisely to understand it, I am considering the equator. This is the center actually. Terrestrial equator is drawn here. This is the center. Suppose consider a point on the surface here and another point here, and this is the radius and this is also the radius of this one. Now if this angle is 1 minute, then this distance will be 1 nautical mile. So the nautical mile is the length of the great circle arc between 2 points on the surface of the earth subtending an angle of 1 minute at the center of the earth. So I think it is clear to you. So the nautical mile is the distance equivalent to 1 minute angle corresponding to the points on the surface of the earth. That point lies on the same great circle. So suppose if you consider any great circle and the distance between the 2 points, or if you consider the radius vector, this is a great circle suppose, and this is the center of earth, and this is a point on the surface of earth, or this is another point on the surface of the earth or prime, and this angle, the angle subtended by the 2 radius vectors drawn from the center to the 2 points which are on the same great circle on the surface of earth, which subtends an angle of 1 minute, then this distance is called 1 nautical mile. Another terminology used in this one is the departure. Departure actually is a distance measured along the parallel of latitude. That means if you consider suppose this is the earth and this is center, then you know that so many meridians can be drawn, because this is a meridian, this is another meridian. Now if you consider this point and this point which are at the same latitude, so this will be a great circle parallel to the equatorial line. Then these 2 points are on the same latitude. Now the distances measured along the same latitude is called a departure. So this is actually a part of this circle, that is a circle on the surface of the earth and which is parallel to this great circle or the equator, terrestrial equator. So now if we consider these 2 distances, this is actually R. I am redrawing here. It is 2 points are here and distance center of earth is here. So this and this are at the same latitude, so this angle will be the same always. So now this is the radius of earth R. If you drop it to the surface perpendicular or to this one, this distance is actually, this is the phi and this distance is r cos phi. This is the departure. So this distance and this distances are same, that is this distance will be same as this distance, but here this distance is r cos phi, but here it is r. So that means we are dropping a perpendicular from these 2 points, which is definitely inside the surface of earth, and this distance will be less than the radius of earth, and which is the r cos phi. Now to find this is called departure. So that departure I can write by using the basic trigonometry. It is the arc length, and here the angle is the difference between these two, is the difference in the longitude. So actually arc length is equal to, angle is equal to arc length by radius, so it is arc length, and arc length is the departure, which is equal to angle into radius. So difference in longitude into the radius, here it is r cos phi, which is equal to r into pi by 180 into difference in longitude into r cos phi. Sorry, r is taken, so it is cos phi. But we know that one minute into pi by 180 is 1 nautical mile, or 1 nautical mile is equal to sorry for the bad in 1 nautical mile is equal to r into 1 minute into pi by 80. From this definition we will get, so r into pi by 180 into this is 1 nautical mile, so departure can be written in terms of the nautical mile as difference in the longitude into cos phi gives the departure, where phi is the latitude at that place. So difference in the longitude into cos phi will give you the departure at a place. So that's all about the two terminologies used to represent the distances on the surface of Earth. Thank you.